Into the Ghetto, one thing I wanted you to talk about as far as the meaning of music, because Talib in the beginning of in particular is talking about falling in love and all this different stuff. And obviously rap had some stigma of talking about emotions and love, like when LL was doing it, for instance, way back in the day in 87-ish. But why do you think, other than being depressed, which I think has become much more prevalent in rap, why do you think positive emotions or emotions of other than material driven positive emotions, why do you think we've gotten away from, like Talib's there talking about falling in love or being in love with something just because it's love as opposed to an agenda?
Think a lot of it has to do with the fact that hip hop is a young person's game, and young people ain't really trying to be in love like that. They kind of trying to kick it, trying to live, trying to do whatever. As we're getting older, I've heard this term adult contemporary hip hop. I don't know whatever that is, but as we're getting older, it ain't like just because we 50, we gonna stop making hip hop. I mean, we love it. We grew up with it. So we're going to have different topics. We're going to talk about different things that mean something to us. And that's what part of this is about, is us um, talking about relevant topics to us, right? We don't have young babies anymore. You know what I'm saying? Um, some of us do, right? Some of us do, but like, Kweli has grown adult kids. I have grown adult kids. It's like, I mean, let's talk about real topics. And so that's kind of what we did.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, and then on Confidence and Knowing, there's also the SWAT song, which is one of my favorite beats because you have the flutes, for instance, but then the percussion is super hard.
Yeah.
So I really like the sonic juxtaposition of the kind of the softer, elegant type of sound versus the rougher drums. So for you as a producer, how do you know when or why, or how do you kind of put these divergent sounds together and then believe it to work?
Everything, and this is what I teach my students, everything's based on feeling. Like I don't read music. I'm not classically trained, but I know music, right? And I know what feels good and I know what feels right. That beat is an ASR 10 beat. That beat is an older beat. SWAT was older, and SWAT is me being J Rawls. Like that's like with them hard drums. Them drums are slapping. It's on. I like Q-Tip. Q-Tip is probably my favorite producer,
Hmm.
right? And him, like the way those drums slap. And you listen to Drink Away the Pain and stuff like that, like that to me, that's hip hop. So that was me doing some hip hop.
Okay, fair enough. And then on the album, including the Shalimar that's got Razkaz, Talib, even when you have guests, he typically goes first, but on Pay Homage, he doesn't. So was that his decision or your decision as a producer?
Is honestly, when we sit and listen, we kind of listen to the verses, because with technology you can put them wherever you want. And it just felt right, like for uh Rascast and Planet Asia to like to start them off. I mean, and plus those are two incredible lyricists, man. Like just lyrically, like Rascast to me is like just one of them dudes in Asia without question.
Of course. But with Shalimar 2, Talib has a much slower, more relaxed flow in particular, especially compared to a lot of the album. And then I'd say probably what most people think of when they think of him. So is that something that just he did, or did you encourage that based on the production?
No, when we honestly, it came, Rascast led that. And when Raz came in and he did his verse first, it just felt so good. Raz even came up with the chorus. We ride. Like that was Raz. So when he did that, Kweli just kind of followed through. And to me, it shows the versatility of both lyricists. Just the fact that they can do like whatever you consider the new style or whatever, like they can do that. Like this is what we do.